righty, our guest today is a 6-foot guard from the University of Iowa, the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, the first pick of the WNBA draft, WNBA assist leader, all-star, and 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Stop scrolling because everything just changed. Caitlin Clark, the queen of clutch, the icon redefining basketball, just ignited 2025 with a bang. She didn't drop a highlight reel. She dropped truth bombs on the New Heights podcast, becoming the first guest of the year with Travis and Jason Kelce. And trust me, this wasn't your average sit-down. From career-defining confessions to raw glimpses into her mindset after a season that shocked the world, Caitlin held nothing back. This episode, it's a roller coaster of revelations you won't believe actually aired.
She's the most requested guest in the history of our show, and the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, Miss Caitlin Clark. Please welcome everyone. Yeah.
But hold on, what does Caitlin Clark really think about carrying the weight of an entire sport on her shoulders? What's next in her unstoppable rise, and why is the internet on fire over one comment she made about the NBA? If you think this interview peaked early, you're wrong, because what she said next, has everyone talking. Buckle up. We're diving into every jaw-dropping moment right now. You ready?
Appreciate it. I'm excited. I don't get excited about many things, but this was at the top of my list, so.
The Kelce brothers didn't waste a second. The moment the cameras rolled, Jason set the tone with that trademark mix of wit and warmth, a joke, then flipping the vibe into something deeper. The energy, electric, the setup, personal, and Caitlin, she was already stealing the show before the first question even landed.
How many accolades did we leave off? How many accolades do you have right now at this point, Caitlin?
I think you might have made some up. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure on that. I feel like you're kind of like Wayne Gretzky for basketball right now.
Gretzky.
The amount. If you go to the Wikipedia page and you look at like the list of like awards and achievements, it's like endless. It is. Yeah, we had to limit it to this list just to get the show started.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And no, Jason Kelce wasn't exaggerating. Caitlin Clark didn't just rewrite history, she buried it. 40 honors in her senior year alone. At Iowa, 62 new records shattered in her rookie WNBA season. And that's not even counting her first 3 years of college. Her achievements are so massive, Wikipedia had to give them their own separate page. Let that sink in. And we're still not done.
Any accomplishment, I guess, of all these accolades that has meant the most to you?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Well, I'd give you the answer my mom would say is probably academic All-American. She was proud of me for being a good student in college. So
love that answer.
Nobody
love
talks
that
about
answer
that.
for mom.
That's what I'm talking about.
I did all right in school, so hung in there. But other than that, I mean, they're all cool, but you don't really care. It kind of just comes with it. It comes with having fun. And
then the mood shifts. Caitlin opens up in a rare, tender moment. She talks about her mum beaming with pride, not because of points scored, but because Caitlin was named an academic All-American. To her family, that title means just as much as MVP. Caitlin makes it clear, the records, they're just echoes of hard work and loving the grind. She never chased stats. But then, she leans in and reveals what she believes is her coolest achievement of all, and it's not what you expect.
Time Athlete of the Year was cool too, just because you see the list of like all the athletes that they've had prior to me, and a lot of those people I idolized growing up, and LeBron's been the only other basketball player, so and it's cool as a woman, like they haven't had many females on the cover too, so for women's sports it's kind of special, but you know, just kind of comes with playing the game and having fun, as you guys know.
Ever humble, Caitlin Clark quietly sidesteps the spotlight when the topic of her Time Athlete of the Year honor comes up. For her, this isn't about individual glory, a victory for women's sports everywhere. She speaks with calm conviction, pointing to sold-out arenas and exploding viewership as proof of a movement bigger than herself. In her eyes, this award isn't just hers, it belongs to all who helped pave the way. And that unshakable humility, it's exactly why the world can't stop rooting for her, on and off the hardwood.
That's right.
How long have you been a part of the kingdom?
I'm sorry, Jason. Not to
You can
crush
apologize to me. I'm honorary member.
I'm a Midwest kid, so there's this picture that's been circulating a couple years ago when I was on Peyton Eli's Monday Night Show, where I'm in a full Chiefs outfit. I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City. So that's just the closest NFL team. So my dad was a big Chiefs fan growing up.
And suddenly, the mood shifts from reflective to playful as Caitlin's love for the Kansas City Chiefs takes center stage. Her face lights up with childlike excitement as she gushes over the team she's adored since she was little. And with Travis Kelce sitting just feet away, the chemistry is instant. The laughs are real, and the back, it's so natural. It feels like you're eavesdropping on old friends until Caitlin drops a playful curveball.
People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. Like we were.
I love it.
We were ride or die, so we've been big fans, and now obviously all the success you guys have had has made it a lot of fun for us.
From reminiscing on her favorite game day memories to raving about the Chiefs' unstoppable mentality, it becomes crystal clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball legend, she's a sports fanatic to her core. Every word drips with passion. Every moment reminds you her love for competition doesn't end at the three-point line. It runs deep. And that shared fire. It's what connects her to champions across every sport.
What was your childhood like?
My brother loved Tony Gonzalez. Like that was
Tony
his
G.
guy. Yeah.
What a guy.
So
He was the chief.
We would go to like one game a year growing up with my cousins down in Kansas City.
That's so
and we
fun.
still try to go. We went to the Christmas Day game last year. I think the year before you might have played on Christmas Eve, maybe. We went to that. We were sitting outside for that one. My toes were like about to fall off. My fingers about to fall off. I don't get how you guys play in that type of weather, but it's fun. And like obviously
we got heaters on the sideline. They let us cheer.
Arrowhead's not too bad.
And then it happens. Caitlin locks eyes with Travis and makes her move. With a grin and a little suspense in her voice, she throws out a bold fan request to the Chiefs superstar. It's unexpected. It's hilarious. And judging by Travis's reaction, it might just set the internet on fire.
And then comes her big Chiefs fan request to Travis.
I got some time. So hopefully I can make it to a Chiefs game here soon. Maybe a playoff game or something. So
I'll tell you what, we punched our ticket, so we're definitely we're gonna at least have. I would assume we at least got one at Arrowhead, but you know, you're invited to them all. So
all right, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
As a child,
she's not bluffing. Here's Caitlin rewinding the clock, painting vivid pictures of cheering for the Chiefs as a little girl. Her voice softens, her smile grows. You can feel the nostalgia in every word, but there's something deeper behind her story. Something that makes you realize this fandom was never just about football.
It was always a big deal. My dad always had them on, whether we were in the basement, whether we were upstairs. A lot of times my family would be cooking. My mom is like the best chef of all time. So she would oftentimes make really good food while we were watching, but that's what I really looked forward to most on Sundays. You know, there wasn't obviously college sports, but you know, we would be watching the Chiefs and I would be upset if they lost, and I still am. Like every Sunday, that's what, you know, is usually the brightest part of my day is turning on the TV and watching the Chiefs.
Caitlin dives deep into the roots of her basketball journey, painting a vivid picture of a life shaped by the game from day one. She recalls facing off against boys in middle school, moments that hardened her edge when sharpened her focus. But then she drops a bombshell. While most 7th graders were navigating school drama and hallway gossip, Caitlin Clark was fielding her first college recruiting letter. 7th grade, let that sink in. And what happened next changed her destiny forever.
We heard you got your first recruiting letter in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah. So at the time, like,
that's insane.
It's insane.
Were you playing
honestly,
with high schoolers at this point?
Yeah, it's honestly sad. Like where college like recruitment has kind of gone. It's just insane. But also,
I got you.
I feel very fortunate. Like my parents were just like, they told my older brother, like, go get the mail. Like, we don't want your sister to see that. They like wanted me to be in 7th grade and like enjoy middle school and like hang out with your friends. Like you shouldn't be worrying about where you're going to college.
I love that so much.
As the spotlight widens, Caitlin pulls her parents into the story, describing how they made sure she didn't just become a phenom, but a grounded human being. She talks about high school not as a blur of trophies, but as a time filled with balance, laughter, and the right people in her corner. They gave her space to grow, not just as an athlete, but as a young woman and their influence. It's written all over whosheistoday.com.
Yeah, so I didn't really take any visits until like after my freshman year of college, and then I didn't decide until my senior year. So I was never in a rush, and my parents did a really good job of like make sure, you know, I have a good circle around me. Like it wasn't always about college recruitment. I wasn't like posting my offers. Like also that wasn't really a thing when I was growing up.
Then comes a moment that almost feels surreal. Caitlin, at just 22, already reminiscing about the good old days. The way she speaks, it's like someone twice her age reflecting on a life fully lived. She's calm, composed, and wise beyond her years. And just when you think she's settled in that reflection, she pivots, and we're reminded her story is far from over.
It is now. I mean, it had to be close to when you were growing up. I mean,
yeah, it was close. Like people were starting to do it, like post like, oh, I got an offer from here. I got an offer from here.
and especially in basketball.
Now it's all you see on social media. It's like only people talk about. It's crazy. But obviously times have changed too. But
Oh, times have changed.
yeah, it's 7th grade was wild. And I was playing up like 2 years. So I was playing with high schoolers. But yeah, I didn't really like think anything of it. Like I was just going out there and hooping and having fun, and it's kind of just what came with it.
Now we enter the heart of the storm-hurt rookie WNBA season. Caitlin lays it all out. The challenge of earning respect, the tension of proving herself without overshadowing others, and the inner tug-of-war between fitting in and standing out. She explains how she walked that tightrope, lending her signature fire with a deep respect for the team dynamic, what she reveals about her mindset. It's a masterclass in leadership, with one powerful moment that defines it all.
Like, you come in as a rookie and like you said, like you're trying to figure out a new environment, new teammates. Like you don't want to say too much, you don't want to say too little, and it's just so hard. But like in my scenario, and obviously you guys too, like you're already highly thought of. Like people are turning to you to like be something or be someone. So it's hard. Like you're trying to get your feet wet, but also not do too much. And I think that's kind of what I struggled in early on, is like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how they're going to react.
But before taking any credit, Caitlin pauses and turns the spotlight toward the ones who helped her rise. Her veterans, her teammates, her mentors. With genuine emotion, she thanks the voices that guided her, the hands that steadied her, and the examples that helped her grow into the pro she is becoming. For Caitlin, it's not just about talent, it's about tribe. And in her world, no one climbs alone.
Not knowing you nailed it. Who else?
But also, like, I had a lot of really good vets around me too, so I feel very grateful for that. And we had a fairly young team too, so like people had been through it fairly recently, so they knew how I felt. But like I feel like that definitely is a huge challenge, and that goes for whatever professional sport. Like you're trying to learn, but also people are looking at you like you got to perform and like be what they drafted you to.
Remember that powerful moment Aaliyah Boston standing beside Caitlin Clark in her very first matchup against the Connecticut Sun? That wasn't just a scene, it was a statement, a signal to the league. Caitlin's not in this alone. And what unfolded in that game set the tone for everything that came after.
I love Aaliyah Boston pouring into this young rookie. It's supposed to be hard. This is an adjustment period, and Aaliyah making sure that her rookie knows we have your back.
Or think back to that first embrace when Erica Wheeler welcomed Caitlin like family, not just a teammate. No hesitation, no walls, just respect. In a league where rookies usually earn their stripes over time, Caitlin got something rare, instant trust, and that trust would shape everything.
I just wanted to get ahead of it because I know this transition is tough. Just being undrafted and being a rookie, it's very unlikely that a vet, just take you in when you got the same position.
Written moments like those shit. With vets like Aaliyah and Erica became the foundation of Caitlin's first year in the pros. That kind of leadership, it's priceless. The trio later opens up about Caitlin's welcome to the WNBA moment, and what they reveal will leave you stunned.
My eardrum popped and like ruptured.
Ooh.
And I knew it right away because I've done it before, and I was just like, it hurts so bad. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but
I've done it. How did you do it before? Can I guess?
I was guess. It was very Midwestern.
You did it in water. In water. Something
correct.
With water.
I got launched off a tube.
Why did you just get so excited? What are you, some brainiac?
That's how I did mine. I went off the diving board and tried to do as many flips as I could and smack my side of my head in the Heights High School swimming pool.
What makes their chemistry special isn't just the laughs, it's the balance. Caitlin doesn't just sit in the spotlight, she shares it. She listens as much as she leads, drawing out stories from Aaliyah and Erica, making sure their voices shine too. And what they say might just change how you see her.
Jason was a male swim cadet, so he had to
This wasn't during swim cadet. Don't put me on blast like that, Travis.
That's funny, but yeah, I got launched off a tube in the middle of a lake. I was like underwater. I'm like, am I okay?
That's some Midwest stuff right there.
But yeah, so that was my welcome to the W.
Then the tone shifts. Caitlin leans in, voice softer, eyes sharper. She reflects on a year that flipped her world upside down in the best way. It wasn't just about basketball. It was about growth, opportunity, and lessons that rewired how she sees everything. But the biggest shift of all is still coming.
I would say like, I don't know, life-changing maybe?
That's a great one. I think
that's all in a good way. Like, I mean, things just change really fast. Like, as you guys know, like that's just how the world works. And especially with social media, people see a lot of your life, but that's what makes it fun and why I've had so many cool opportunities too. So it's crazy, like looking back at a year ago today or around this time, like I was just beginning my senior year of college. And obviously, people knew who we were and people attended our games, but it's obviously not on the magnitude that it is now.
Caitlin speaks from the heart, no filter, no flash, just raw gratitude. She talks about the wins, the losses, and the people who stayed in her corner through every twist of the journey. It's a quiet moment, grounded and real. And just like that, you're reminded why she's so much more than a player. She's a symbol, and her next words hit even harder.
So like life just changes fast, but that's what makes it fun and cool. And, you know, quickly started a new chapter of my life too, like moving here to Indianapolis, and feel lucky I'm still in the Midwest. I know you guys like the Midwest. So
I've been in the Midwest my entire life. Jason's officially an East Coaster now.
Yeah, but Philly, of all the East Coast cities, kind of has like some Midwest feel to it.
The most west.
I don't think Philly wants to hear that. They'll probably hate that I said that, but whatever.
Yeah, they're not gonna like that comment. They want to be far from the Midwest.
No doubt.
Exactly.
And then Caitlin flips the script with a fearless tone. She drops her take yet WNBA ratings are slipping. She holds nothing back, calling out the lack of true rivalries, shifts in style, and the league's missteps in promoting its stars. It's bold, it's refreshing, and it's coming from someone who gets what captivates fans. What she says next might just shake the league to its core.
What are your suspicions potentially as to why the NBA ratings would be down?
Honestly, like I feel like the average just like basketball fan doesn't understand how good NBA players are, and they think it looks like they're not trying. I promise you they're trying. They're just like so good. Like that's why it looks like they're not trying. And obviously the physicality of the league has changed a lot, and I wasn't around when it was like much more physical, and maybe people want more like beef and physicality, and people think it's gone soft, but I think that's also because the skill has just changed. And like
still riding that wave of honesty, Caitlin opens up about change not as a threat to the game, but as its greatest strength. The sport is evolving, and she's here for it. Her insight is clear. If basketball wants to grow, it has to keep transforming. And just as she's adapted ... the league must too. But not everyone agrees.
what's great about basketball. Like it's always evolving. Like it's going to be different than when MJ played. It's going to be different in 10 years than it is now. So it's hard for me to like put my finger on like why it has gone down. And also it's competing against a lot of football right now. You have to take that into consideration. Like football is just, you know, that's America's favorite thing. I think people should like, I mean, I love 3-point shooting. I love seeing guys just like launch threes, but not everybody loves that. So I don't know.
That's when things get fun. Caitlin, Jason, and Travis throw on their
brainstorm and
start riffing directly addressing NBA Commissioner Adam Silver their mission. Make basketball fun again. The ideas start flying, each more unpredictable than the last. And just when you think they've said it all ...
What do you think about a 4-point line?
I love that. Let's do it.
That's actually
a great idea.
Genius. That is genius.
4-point line.
How does the criminal justice major come up with the best marketing plan right here?
Sometimes you just got to open your eyes, Jason. Look at the sheet of paper in front of you.
Or we could get like just 2 spots.
Yeah.
What about you're saying that everybody's questioning how physical the game is. What do you think a hockey style fight once a game? Just everybody picks a fighter.
Who doesn't like a
boxing gloves? So
2-minute penalty box, and you can come back in. You don't get ejected.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
He's got some reach.
Not holding back, they then start talking about all the crazy gimmicks of the NBA All-Star Game.
Then that's when I loved it. I think it should be East versus West. Like that's true All-Stars. Like
No doubt.
East versus West, battle it out.
That's what it was about.
Yeah. So I think that's what it should be, but obviously not the commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on board for East versus West All-Stars. I think that's the whole point of it. That's why you're an All-Star. It's the best from the East versus the best in the West. Play each other. See which side's better.
They crank it up another level. No filters, no boundaries. They dive straight into the wild world of the NBA All-Star Game. From gimmicks to over-the-top stunts, nothing's off limits. They laugh, they roast, they reimagine. And what they come up with might just be the All-Star. Shake-up fans didn't know they needed.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not a fan of any of these in-season tournaments that the NBA's doing.
Yeah. I was actually talking about this today.
How are you not? What is there to not be a fan of?
All the funky floors, and then there's tournaments, and they don't mean crap. Can we just play basketball? Can we just play basketball?
I'm getting like a migraine looking at the neon green floor.
I'm like,
Not even the NBA in-season tournament was safe. The trio unleashed a hilarious roast session, poking fun at everything from the wild format to the confusing court designs. The jokes flew fast, but tucked between the laughs were sharp truths. And one comment in particular might just spark a rethink at NBA HQ.
I did.
you hit a person on a tee box. I don't know how you do that.
Okay.
Who would hit a person on a tee box?
Yeah, I know I can relate. Jason, I don't know if you played in enough pro-ams yet to hit anybody, but
the video that was going viral where I like completely topped it. So it's crazy. Like we're playing like these long par threes that are like 200 yards. I'm like, I'm not good enough to hit a par 3 like 200 yards. Like, so I whip out my hybrid. I'm like teeing up my hybrid club. Just top it like straight at fans to the left.
Been there.
But I think they dodged it
down the third base line.
but I nailed somebody on a different par 3, like some woman, like right in the shoulder, like
Shoulder?
And I saw a TikTok like the next day, just like black welt on her arm.
Yeah. Well, that's just good. You just got a black.
Then the tone lightens as the spotlight turns to Caitlin's not-so-legendary golf game. From missed swings to accidental divots, she shares it all with the perfect mix of charm and self-deprecating humor. And the way she tells it, you'd think Happy Gilmore had competition. But what happens next on the course is priceless.
Are you more competitive in golf or basketball?
That's hard. I think like golf makes me more mad because I'm not as good at it. Like I'm just like the average hack, and like you want to be good, like you're competitive, just like basketball or football. Like it's like, why am I not good at this? So, and it's an individual sport, and we're used to team sports, so I think that's what pisses me off too. It's like it's all on me, and I know it's all my fault. So
I share your pain.
Jason Kelce leans in and drops the golden question. Where does Caitlin's legendary competitiveness really come from? Her answer, it's classic Caitlin, clever, introspective, and just a little savage. It's the kind of a moment that shows you how deeply she thinks and how fiercely she plays.
What would Caitlin Clark be doing? You said you were a marketing major. Would you have gone more into that world, or you think you would have jumped into something else?
Oh man, that's tough. I think if my basketball career would have ended, I still would have loved sports just because it was like such a huge part of my childhood and like what I did.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe like try to work in like the front office of a sports organization or something like that. I think that would be cool. Not like the coaching side of it, but like the operations side and getting to do like free agency stuff. And I think that would be really.
As the conversation draws to a close, Caitlin opens the door to the future. She talks about life after basketball not as a retreat, but as a launchpad, blending her marketing degree with her passion for the game. She imagines a future building platforms, mentoring girls, and rewriting the script for women in sports. The ambition as bold as her logo, threes.